Welcome to Science News Review. For July 9, 2026, climate and energy claims are being tested against real-world conditions, while space researchers are checking what the newest measurements can really show. Researchers at the University of Leeds have successfully used an experimental IVF technique to produce healthy lambs from highly immature eggs. In the study, scientists bathed dozens of sheep follicles in a cocktail of hormones and growth factors. They then fertilized roughly 30% of those eggs to create embryos. After implanting these embryos into 18 sheep, the team saw several successful births, including one female lamb that has already produced 2 offspring of her own. This technique could change the landscape for fertility treatments, especially for cancer survivors. For these patients, collecting eggs can be risky because standard procedures might reintroduce cancer cells into the body. This method could allow doctors to collect eggs without that risk. The process is currently more invasive and expensive than standard IVF, and researchers say it could take 5 to 10 years before ethical approvals allow for human trials. Companies like Chang'an are preparing to launch the Nevo AO6. This is expected to be one of the first mass-produced electric vehicles powered by these salt batteries. While lithium remains the standard for high-end performance, sodium offers some major advantages in safety and extreme weather. Sodium ions generate less heat, which reduces the risk of fire, and they don't slow down as much in the cold. During testing, CATL reported that their sodium-ion batteries retained 90% of their capacity even at -40 degrees Celsius. The trade-off is weight. Sodium is roughly 3 times heavier than lithium, which makes it less ideal for high-performance, long-range cars. But for budget-friendly electric cars, cargo trucks, or stationary energy storage, the cost and availability of salt make it a strong candidate. General Motors has already partnered with the startup Peak Energy to deploy these batteries for grid-scale storage and data centers. As we look at how we manage energy, new research suggests we might also be able to manage the aging process of human tissue. Researchers at Huazhong University of Science and Technology have identified a potential key to the shrinking fertility window, ovarian stiffness. Their study found that as women age, or in those with a history of gynecological cancer, levels of a specific protein called interleukin in Nevin increase. This protein triggers cells to produce more collagen, which physically stiffens the ovarian tissue and can hinder egg development. In animal studies, researchers used an experimental drug to block this protein, and the results were striking. In mice with biological profiles similar to women in their late 30s, the drug reduced ovarian stiffness by 36% and effectively doubled the conception rate. In older rats, the conception rate rose from 20% to 50%, and the average litter size increased 5-fold. There are still significant hurdles to clear, though. Because interleukin-11 is present in many different human tissues, blocking it could have unintended side effects elsewhere in the body. It also remains to be seen if this trend applies to the general population, or how long a person would need to take such a drug to see results. For now, the research provides a new target for understanding and potentially extending the human fertility window. That is the latest from Science News Review. The useful split is what the evidence supports and what still needs checking.